Hello dear viewers and welcome to another video. I thought he might have stopped by now. Who would want to listen to this silly person rabbiting on about random video games? I mean, when I was a kid, which wasn't that long ago before you ask, well, we just used to play sticks together in some mud, having walked 10 miles in the rain with no shoes on. And we would wonder at just how lucky we were. Now all of these kids playing at the latest gramophone machines and whatchamacallits with 16-bit graphics or whatever it is. I mean, really, why did they let them, I don't know, rabble. Yes, a new video with me, Balladorf the Dwarf, player of sprites and wielder of mouse and keyboard and an old Xbox 360 controller. Today, wonderful viewers, we'll be taking a look at Huntdown. Oh look, it's another run and gun game. We thought perhaps he was actually diversifying with that Stronghold video and the beat 'em ups, but here we go again with another blooming run and gun game. I mean, when I was a kid... Yes, it is another run and gun game, but it's also a very good run and gun game. Huntdown is a 2D 16-bit graphical pixel art run and gun action game released in 2020 by Easy Trigger Games and published by Coffee Stain. Thought I was going to lose my tongue there, didn't you? But no, sir. Huntdown has a wonderful start menu. It has one-player mode where you can play as one player, two-player mode where you can play as two players, options where you can select the audio, the video, the game, controls, language. You can even go back, which is awesome. And lastly, you have the credits and then the exiting of the game. In the game, the player takes on the role of one of 3 playable bounty hunters as they embark on missions to hunt down those leaders of various vicious criminal gangs. Ranging from tough punks to ice hockey players to robotic samurai, our fearless bounty hunters take on a wide range of bad guys while making as much money as possible. Before each mission, you receive a brief from your employer on a set of members from some gang which will have to be defeated to collect the bounty. Each level starts with you driving or walking in from the left. Using your skills in gunmanship and jumping, you traverse the various cityscapes, dispatching hoodlums and bad guys in search for a particular bounty. Each of the bounty hunters comes with their own look, backstories and armaments. There is Anaconda, an ex-commando who uses a short burst machine pistol type thing and a throwing axe. John Sawyer, an ex-special forces with some robotic limbs, uses a powerful single-shot pistol and a boomerang. And lastly, Moman, a modified droid who uses a fast-action pistol and throwing knives. The setting for the game is some dystopian future city, heavily influenced by cyberpunk and that 80s future look. The city cops appear to be fighting a losing battle against the different gangs that exist throughout the city. All of the levels are hand-drawn and designed with a powerful 16-bit aesthetic, which is very striking and provides that great initial pull towards the game. Indeed, from the very first screenshots I saw, I was intrigued by this game and definitely wanted to check it out. Yes, dear viewers, I think that is a very important thing for a video game to have. That initial draw. When you first see a glimpse of something that captivates you and draws you close, urging you to look further into its wonderment. Throughout each level, the bounty hunter will come across numerous weapon power-ups that when picked up will replace the default weapon. There is a vast variety of weapons to discover, from Uzis, several types of shotgun to machine guns, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, and even futuristic plasma rifle type things. There is a lot of them and they drop frequently, so the player is always tooled up with something to dispatch those terrible bad guys. So frequent are they that I would recommend picking them up and blasting away with little concern to conserving ammo, as there will nearly always be another one to grab just a little further on. The music is great with that kind of 80s synth vibe which I thoroughly enjoy. You could listen to the soundtrack quite happily on its own, but while playing, it adds to the wonderful atmosphere which the game creates. You feel immersed in this cool cyberpunk world indeed. As well as the great music, the sound effects are also top-notch, with various weapons sounding meaty and, well, powerful. Each bounty hunter has their own little quips that they'll throw out at you as they traverse the level, which reference popular culture. The bad guys themselves also sometimes have their own little dialogue, with one particular event of a gang member on the phone to his mother requesting she doesn't ring him at work, being quite humorous. Besides the quest to bring the gangs to justice, each level provides additional challenges. Each will have 3 stashes, silver briefcases, most likely holding cash or valuables or something, which the player must try and locate. They are usually in hard to find places such as up high or accessible by secret platforms or even hidden behind destructible objects. Sometimes it will be gripped by a ne'er-do-well that will attempt to make a getaway, which leads to a furious chase where you must try and bring them to 0 health before they jump into a getaway car. The main mode of the game follows the bounty hunters bringing to heel all the members of each of the gangs in sequence, ending with a dramatic, exciting and tough final boss battle. This is not all there is though, no sir. There also exists an arcade mode where the player attempts to take out all of the bounties in a given gang in turn in one sitting without saving the game. This adds that replayability which is great and also that extra bit of challenge. Are you good enough to clear a whole gang in one go? Then step up, madam! Additionally, in the main mode, the game tracks how many deaths you've had over the course of the level, with the ideal result being that you lose none at all. So on top of just finishing the level, there are other layers of gameplay at hand here, which provide some extra fun challenge. With regards to how tough Huntdown is, this game has quite the difficulty curve, with the levels and early bosses and bounties being challenging but quite easily doable. Once you get stuck into the game, the levels become more and more difficult, with the bosses now proving quite a challenge indeed, including multiple phases that require good concentration and mastery of the game's controls. Some of these end bosses were quite a challenge to myself, at least.
All of what you did to my ride. I have had it with the likes of you people. Who put a bounty on my head, huh?
So, besides my meandering waffle, is this game actually any good? Do I like it? The answer, which might be kind of obvious at this point, is yes. I was recommended this one by a friend and was captivated simply from the screenshots. The world is immersive and slick, with the pixel art being top notch. You can tell when a developer really cares about the project, and this is definitely one of those. The game is smooth, the player character is responsive, with the feedback from the various weapons feeling very solid. I recommend this game to the fullest, to anyone that likes action platforming games and of course the running and the gunning. You can usually pick it up cheaply, but even full price for this title is well worth it. I'm looking forward and hoping for a sequel. I have every confidence this developer can deliver it. And so, there we are again. Another game rambled on about barely coherently. I hope you have enjoyed me talking of this game as much as I enjoyed talking and playing it. And with that, before slipping in a heinous plug for my book again quickly, and a cheeky reminder to comment and subscribe, I close the doors to this dwarven hold once again, and wish you a good day.